Hi, I'm John, and this is N Scale Friday. Today we have a model from Atlas to look at, so let's head over to the workbench and take a look. Alright, so here's what we're looking at today. This is an N Scale 3,500 cubic foot Dry-Flo Covered Hopper. This comes to us from Atlas. They have the undecorated versions on their website for $39.95, and the decorated versions like this one for $46.95. Keep in mind these are in fact MSRPs, which means if you shop around you'll probably find it for less. Now these do come from Atlas's Master Series, and they have a variety of road names and road numbers available on their website, so it would behoove you to check out the website and see if they have what you're looking for. Alright, so after scrutinizing the paint and markings on this model, I'm convinced that you can read almost all of this really tiny writing, even over here. It has a build date of November of 1960, which I was able to make out right down here. Maybe hard to tell just looking at it on this video screen, but there it is, November of 1960. The markings are very clean, and the paint line here is also very clean. I did notice a really tiny smudge, which I can't even see now, but I did see it when I had my visor on. It was a little bit of red in the white somewhere up in here. And then I did notice also that this plate here that has the Union Carbide logo is a separately applied piece. Looking at the brake end of this model, you can see that it has a separately applied brake wheel. And then it looks like these parts up here are also separately applied. We'll take a closer look at the roof in a minute. But this is what you get as far as end detail goes. And here's a brief look at the brake end from the other angle. You can see it has a bunch of tiny details back in here. I call this the detail behind the detail. Looks like a brake reservoir and a bunch of piping. Actually looks pretty good. And here's a look at the other broadside of the car. Once again, it has this separately applied placard with the Union Carbide logo on it. And now here's a brief look at the A end of the model. You can see it has pretty much the same level of detail as the brake end, just minus all the brake detail. This looks to be photo etched walkway, separately applied. The hatch detail also is really good, actually. And I like that it has this pattern on it, because all this texture on the top of the roof will take weathering really nicely. And I'm really impressed actually with the fact that they're using what looks to be photo etched metal on this walkway. It's very fine and detailed looking. The bottom of the model also has a lot of really nice detail. Look how good this discharge gate detail looks on here. It's almost hard to tell that's N scale. It looks really good. Also, you'll notice from this angle that it has body-mounted knuckle couplers, and it comes with metal wheels. How nice is that? This car weighs 1 ounce. So as you can see, this is another very solid release from Atlas. I enjoy the fact that it has body-mounted knuckle couplers, and something I wanted to mention real quick while we're on the subject of the product itself. You may have noticed I'm starting to bring the weights back. People have requested that I talk about how much these models weigh, and I thought, sure, it's easy enough to do, so we'll be doing that from now on. And I hope that helps you make your decisions. Something to keep in mind about the weight of models like this is that it's very easy to add weight to models that come what we would call underweight based on the recommended practices by the NMRA. So if you're interested in finding out ways to add weight and another great way to know how much something should weigh, watch the Model Railroading 101 video on this channel about adding weight to your rolling stock. That's it for this time. I'll see you next time.